Hello, and welcome back to Motorstylist channel. A new EPA filing has the motorcycle world buzzing. Is Kawasaki bringing back the legendary Zephyr or ZRX? Rumors are flying fast, fueled by the appearance of a familiar four-cylinder engine. The same 1,099 cubic centimeters power plant from the Versys 1100 and the Ninja 1100 SE. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a closer look, because the reality might not be as retro as some are hoping. The latest 2026 EPA certification list includes two yet-to-be-launched Kawasaki motorcycles, both using that same 1,099 cubic centimeters engine. One of them, codenamed R1100 HT, has already been spotted in previous CARB filings and is known to be the upcoming Z1100, already type-approved in Europe and Australia. Now, a second model has emerged with a different code, ZRT10 GT. That's what started the whispers. Could be a new Zephyr or ZRX for 2026. Well, probably not. More likely, we're looking at a Z1100 SE, not a full-on retro roadster. Why? Because ZRT10 GT and ZR1100 HT might sound different, but dig deeper and the meaning becomes clear. That final T in both, it stands for the year 2026. So the base codes are ZRT10G and ZR1100H. Now, here's where the speculation got spicy. Back in the 1990s, the ZRT10 code was used for bikes like the Zephyr 1100 and ZRX 1100. Naturally, fans made the connection. And with the huge success of Kawasaki's retro Z650 RS and Z900 RS, a comeback seems logical, right? Not quite. When we examine type approval documents from Australia and Europe, a different story unfolds. They reveal that ZRT10G is just another version of the Z1100, essentially identical to the ZR1100H. In fact, ZRT10 and ZR1100 are basically interchangeable. The letters G and H likely refer to the base and SE versions, as seen with Kawasaki's other models, like the Versys and Ninja lineups. Kawasaki Australia's paperwork is the most revealing. It clearly states that ZRT10G is the model name, while Z1100 is the marketing name. There are two versions, ZRT10G and ZRT10H, marketed as Z1100 and Z1100 SE. Same story in Europe. For variants show up under the Z1100 name. G1, G2, H1, and H2. G1 and H1 each offer 134 horsepower, while G2 and H2 are power limited to 114 horsepower. Again, the main difference lies in equipment level, not performance or frame design. So what makes the SE special? Think better suspension and Brembo brakes, just like what we've seen on the Ninja 1100 SX SE. That brings us to one last question. Why do the EPA docs use two different code formats, ZR1100H and ZRT10G, for essentially the same bike? Simple. It probably just comes down to how the forms were filled out. Once Kawasaki officially announces the Z1100, the EPA list will likely be updated to reflect the bike's actual marketing name. Now, could Kawasaki still build a true retro Zephyr or ZRX with a 1,099 cubic centimeters engine? Well, it's complicated. The current Z1100, along with the Versys and Ninja siblings, uses a modern aluminum beam frame. Not exactly the kind of layout you'd expect for a classic-style bike. Designing a whole new retro frame? That would require serious R&D and investment. And the final product might not even outperform the existing Z900 RS. Plus, if Kawasaki really wanted more muscle in the Z900 RS, they could just upgrade its current engine to the 124 horsepower version used in the Z900, getting close to the 1,100's power without spending millions. So, will we ever see a new Zephyr or ZRX? Maybe. The market for retro naked bikes is growing, and Kawasaki knows how to make them. But for now, the appearance of the ZRT10 GT in the EPA's 2026 list? It's not the retro revival we're hoping for, just another flavor of the incoming Z1100. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you want more deep dives into the future of motorcycles, and let us know in the comments.